What the hell just happened? You gotta be kidding me. We're sitting here down watching Monday Night Raw from June 2nd, 2014. We're sitting here, we're about to have a good match between Roman Reigns and Randy Orton in the main event of Monday Night Raw, capping off how great last night was with the Evolution versus the Shield, trying to find some way to keep the storyline going, even though at the beginning of the show, Batista walked out on the WWE saying that, basically he was sick and tired of all the empty promises from Triple H. He wanted a shot at that title. He didn't feel like Triple H was ever going to give it to him, so he said it was done. Triple H, said to him that basically, this is the last time you walk out on him. Oh, you walk out, you're done. He's gone. Evolution still had the balls to come down to the ring for this match, basically a 2-on-3 affair, and we're just about to have some good wrestling to cap off this show, basically. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton, we've seen this match a few times, it always really does deliver. Most of the time it turns out to be just some sort of a brawl. As they're walking down to the ring, basically, Triple H is spouting off his promo, saying just basically like, blah, 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 he's just, saying like, he's still in control. He's the guy who's always got a plan B, and, plan B is going into full effect right now. And at that time, Randy Orton gives the worst wink of all time, and nobody really knows what's going down. The Shield sees it, everybody sees it, and basically Roman Reigns, who's in the middle of the group, looks to the left and right like, well, what the hell's going down? What's about to happen? And after about a second, he steps up like, well, are we going to do this or not? Let's get this going. So, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose take a step forward, and at that time, Seth Rollins, who was in the ring just ready for a fight, grabs that chair that he has in his hand, just cocks it back, and hits Roman Reigns right in the back, knocking him out. He didn't hit him in the head, but somehow this is the shot heard around the world, and Roman Reigns was down for the count for 15-20 minutes. For the Raw pre-show to start, as Roman was getting just bashed over everybody. Dean Ambrose, who was the one guy I thought out of anybody that was going to make the change to turning heel on these guys, since basically he took a backseat role of not being the leader of the group anymore. To Roman Reigns stepping up and taking that place. He just was dumbfounded. Like, well, what the fuck do I do? Seth Rollins ran up, gave him the curb stomp right on top of the chair, and he was out like a light. I'm speechless here. I don't even know what to say. The Shield ran amok over the WWE for well over a year and a half. They were a heel for a good part of that. They were a babyface for the end of it. If you go back and watch all of my videos about the Shield for probably the last 2 months, I've been saying, well, this is the time they're going to break up. This is going to be the end of them, and then we'll go in that direction. Now that it's finally here, I don't know if Seth Rollins has joined Evolution or if he's just, merged off onto his own. I've been saying for the last little while, Seth Rollins is the fucking man. He stepped forward into that spot, jumping off of the top of the Titantron on top of Evolution, and really was the jump start into that match that got the Shield back into it, where they were able to win that. To me, there's a whole lot of people jumping out there saying this doesn't make sense, and I know that we're going to get more of this once we get a promo from Seth Rollins. If it's going to be on main event, if it's going to be on SmackDown, if they're going to save it all the way until Monday Night Raw next week, it's going to make more sense then. The Shield, wearing down on Evolution, getting the undefeated win over them in the elimination style match last night. All three men standing triumphant at the end. All three put the fist together. They all three hugged and they walked away. What did Triple H promise to Seth Rollins? Did he just give him a big check? Was it about the money? Was it about some sort of power? Did he give him a title shot, maybe like an Intercontinental title or a United States Championship push? I got no clue. I don't know why Seth would do this. Seth, to me, honestly, was always the architect. When they were fighting back in the days of the Royal Rumble and the Elimination Chamber, Seth Rollins was the one guy that was trying to get them back together to make sure that they stayed as a unit, stayed as a team. Everybody can remember the match. I believe it was the Shield versus the Wyatts. Seth Rollins walked out on the match, and he stood up at the top of the ramp, and he watched, making Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose work as a team, making them work as a unit again. And that seemed then to get them on pace to go into WrestleMania and get the win over the New Age Outlaws and Kane. It was that, that leadership role that he took by taking a back seat and taking himself out of the match that put him in that spot. I'm not really sure, but like I said earlier, once we get a promo, I'm sure then we'll understand if it was money, was it he wanted to dress nice and wear suits, and he was tired of wearing the get-up. I know that we'll never see anybody rappel into arena again, and it kind of doesn't make much sense, but with their get-up, it would have been so awesome to see these guys rappel down to the ring from some sort of a unit with that Mission Impossible style, getting ready for the match. I don't think that ever is going to happen, after the Owen Hart tragedy, but I kept on waiting for it, and I guess I don't know what happens to the Shield here from here. If it's maybe Mason Ryan will get re-signed. That was the person everybody was saying was going to join and replace Roman Reigns when he left, and then he ended up getting released. So I don't know if we're just going to see singles action from all these guys, and they're going to start coming out wearing trunks and just being normal dudes instead of wearing the SWAT team outfit. I'm not sure, but we're going to have to look and see what goes down from here. Peace out, everybody.